Hello, hello, hello. This is Attorney Mike Grevin coming to you from Chicago as usual. And it was a situation down in Judge Manning's room today.
All right, if y'all both raise your right hands, take yourselves off mute. You swear affirm testimony you're about to give is the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Nod your head.
I do.
All right.
Yes.
Ms. Alexander, listen from before. I want to know from the most recent event to the later events, what happened between you and Miss Flicking, not anybody else. Don't tell me what anybody else said or what she allegedly did to anybody else. I just want to know between you and her, the alleged stalking, okay?
Okay.
Go ahead, Miss Alexander, then I'll hear from Miss Flicking. Go ahead.
Okay. On the last incident, Miss Flickling came to my office.
Can you tell me I need a date?
That was that was February the 7th.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Hold on one second. Let me just tell somebody making noise. Hold on. I apologize for that.
Okay.
So February the 7th, Miss Jasmine Flickling came to my office looking for my assistant. There is a separate stalking case for that. That's the case she has to go to at 11 o'clock. But my assistant was not in the office. At that point in time, she proceeded to tell me to relay a message. Sorry, I just got through running up and down the steps. But she told me to relay a message to my assistant, Zoe Flowers. At that point in time, she said that basically tell her, which I have the video recorded so you can hear the exact words, but basically tell her to keep her name out her mouth. And if she has to, she'll come back up to my place of business to beat her ass and anybody else ass that's in the office with her. Okay, so bathroom at this point in time that she came, customer was even scared to come out because what proceeded to happen afterwards. So at that point, we merged outside. When we merged outside, I let her know that she cannot come to my place of business trying to fight, harass, or intimidate my assistant, because this is a tax office. This is where I do business. I have customers. It's tax season. Also, it's people around. I have U-Haul trucks. It's just too much. This is why I feed my family. At that point in time, she proceeded to tell me that nobody was going to stop her. Who was going to stop her? Those were her exact words. She proceeded to get into my face as if she was trying to fight me. She never hit me, but we're basically nose to nose, forehead to forehead, basically lips to lips. Okay, so then at that point in time, I have a second video where I told her, I said, okay, I'm not even about to argue back and forth. I went into my, told her, I said, okay, since I can't stop you, the police are going to stop you. So I told her to stay right there. I went into the office, grabbed my cell phone, and I grabbed my office phone to call the police to get her in action while she was still there. At that point in time, I got my cell phone, and I was on the phone with the police. I proceeded to walk outside to take a picture of her tag to gather as much information on her as I could to be able to relate this to the police. She's trying to back into me with her vehicle, beeping the horn, bitch, get away from my car, all this, all that. It's on the camera. So at that point in time, I walked back too, because I don't know what I'm scared at this point, because I don't know what she's going to do. You hear on the video, you scary B. First of all, ma'am, this is my place of business. I'm not about to get belligerent, ghetto, and act a fool with you. I'm not about to do that. I don't have to.
We've already crossed the Rubicon.
Sacrifice my morals to fight somebody in front of my office. The police will take care of that for me. Okay, so since that incident, mind you, after that happened, the police ended up coming because the operator has her on the phone the whole time. This be this, this be that. Also, she told me she had a gun when she thought that I was going to get a gun. And I told her, I'm not getting no gun for you, baby. I'm calling the police. That's when she proceeded to scare that. Even so, when the police came, they ended up I pressed charges against her. They ended up taking out, so they were supposed to be taking out a warrant. It was charges that were filed.
Hey,
Fast forward, I guess the first time the police attempted to serve her, she was not served. But what she did was went on social media, and just give you some back end story. The reason why she's so
I don't
upset.
need the back end story. I don't need it. I'm just curious. Yeah. There's obviously issues. I don't need the back end. Go ahead.
Well, the reason why I was gonna tell you the back end story to get to the next part, the next communication. Her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend was killed in front of my office, and I have everything on video. So that's why it is important, because this is my safety. This is my life at this point in time. When you're sitting in front of my office and you're telling people that me and my assistant had something to do with your ex-boyfriend being killed, it's relevant to the story. So she went on his social media post and let everybody know that the tax lady and the white hoe has something to do with him being killed and to watch us. So how is that supposed to? And I had actually another client come in to tell me, Miss Santana, look on social media. He's having to tell other boys in the neighborhood that that lady has nothing to do with that. She is a businesswoman. So that's why that is brought in. At this point, it's our safety.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Let me hear from Ms. Flicking.
Oh yeah, she dropped that in the middle of her tirade. With no shame, none whatsoever.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah. Okay. So my name is Jasmine, as I said, and I actually know Miss Alexander prior to this incident because I used to stay in the complex where her so-called business is. Now, on December the 7th, I did go to that location because she shares a adjoining business with like a food mart. It's kind of like a trap place. If you're familiar with the trap, that's what her business is. Okay, that's the backstory to that. So I actually on December the 2nd, my loved one was gunned down in front of her place. In lieu to that, when I was coming to the scene, I actually hit someone. I had an accident with a prior resident of that place. And me and that guy had a deal that I would pay him a certain amount of money. So on that day, I was going up there to talk to that man and pay him money. I have not had any contact with Miss Alexander since the funeral of my loved one when she was trying to give me a hug and console me, but she won't tell you that part. I have no reason to stalk anyone. I work 40 hours a week. I should be on my phone making money right now.
Yeah,
that's what I'm kind of upset because I'm a sales agent. Every time I'm talking to somebody, I'm making cash. I don't have time to stalk or harass nobody. Yes, I was passionate in the video because like I told the agent on the day of the murder, I do believe she had something to do with that because she let those young boys up there sell drugs out of her
talks to somebody, she's making cash.
I am familiar with her before that because she tried to get me to do a PP loan inside of her business, but she won't tell you guys that part because again, that is a backstory. Now, alluding to this day when we actually got into it, I actually said what I said and I let her know, hey, I feel, and because I've been talking to the investigator on this case, that she and her assistant that had something to do with it because her assistant was the witness, but now she's a suspect. Now she's a suspect in the case. I said what I had to say. I was on my break. I was leaving. The only thing I regret that day that I did not stay and talk to the police myself because it was not a big deal. I said what I have to say. I never had a gun. If I had a gun, where's the gun in the video? I do have a gun in a lockbox inside of my car. So I know my rights as far as stalking. She said, I've been stalking. Girl, I don't have time to stalk you. I'm making money. And you know that I've been at my job 6 years. She called my job to try to say that I gained access to her address because I work for a certain company, which I had an investigation on me in my job, and they found that was invalid because my same address that I supposed to knew from her by working at this certain company, my car was stolen, which I have a police report in 2001 from that same location. Was supposed to be a tax office, but she's doing criminal things in those U-Hauls, but she's not going to tell you that. So that's the truth. If you guys want to give me a restraining order, that's fine. I would like one for myself as well. I'm not even going to be in this location anymore. I'm about to move because it's tragic and it's actually giving me anxiety to even go back up to their location because he was killed there. I haven't been back there since the second when he was murdered. That was my first time going back because I was going to pay the guy that I hit on that day, which is actually in the police report, and I was going to go on about my business because I'm moving. I have no reason to stalk her or her sister, but the truth is going to come out, and that's what she's scared of because when the truth comes out, then she's going to have to deal with that, period.
Okay, so
don't say nothing because I'm ready to go back to work. I'm not going to
Oh, sweet Jesus. in the chat, I'll email you a copy of the 12-month order. There you go. Once you place your emails in the chat, y'all can both leave the meeting.
Thank you.
Right. Miss Linda or Miss Henry, if you could turn your cameras on, for me, please. Henry, got to see your face.
Is it not coming off?
No, ma'am.
You can't start this video because your host has stopped it.
There you go.
You got me?
Well, I'm asking you to turn it on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If you
Awesome.
both raise your right hands for me, y'all swear affirm testimony about to give is the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Miss Linda. So the most recent event, work backwards. I want to know exactly what Miss Henry did to you, not to anybody else, to you. And just keep, and you got to give me some dates. If you can't remember the exact date, you say 2 weeks ago, last part of February. Please tell me dates things happened. Go ahead.
Can I share my screen?
You can.
Okay.
Are you
What
serious?
you want to share first? Because I don't want to see something I cannot unsee.
We're
Everybody seems to know the definition of that. I don't want to see any
Oh, no, that's fine.
anything like that.
Can you see my screen now?
I can, but if some of those videos have nakedness on it, do not show it.
No, there's absolutely no nakedness on the videos.
Okay.
no nakedness.
So I can go ahead and start now.
Yes, go ahead and
Any
tell me
backpacks?
the date and what it is you're about to share. Can you
Okay.
see
I'm sorry.
Miss Henry, you can see where she's
Yeah, I
sharing?
can see it. Mhm.
Go ahead, Miss Henry.
All right, cool. So me and Alex had been dating for about 6 weeks, and the issue transpired once I told her that we can no longer date anymore because I believe that I have health issues, but the
This is
stress
all,
that came
by the
from
way, all
dating
thanks
her
to Biggin. He
was
got this done.
unhealthy for me and the health issues that I had. And prior to that, even now, I don't have a problem with her. It's just that I didn't want to date her anymore. I didn't want to continue
Biggin
dating.
too.
So that happened on December 6th after I went to the doctor and got my
Subscribe now.
information from my rheumatologist. During that time, this first picture is a bunch of screenshots that she started calling me because I ended up having to block her. And this is on the 6th. Same here. These screenshots as well are on the 6th. When she said, you're online, you see me calling you, you treat me like shh, and so forth. By this time, I had went to sleep. Again, this is on the 6th of December. So I have these videos in order. Give me a second. I gotta find them. 57F. So she ended up coming over to my house. Now, again, I'm asleep. I did not know she had been calling me after I proceeded to block her because that's what she asked me to do in order for her to cease communication with me. Give me 1 second. Let me
Thank
find
you.
video 57F.
Shame.
Where is that one? Okay, wait. No, wait. Oh, this one. I think is it this one? Yeah. This is the first video.
What's the date on this video?
This is December 6th.
Okay. Is there audio on here or no?
Yes, can you hear it?
No, because you have to, when you go to share a screen, you have to click that little box that says share audio.
Okay, share screen.
Sharing and then
Oh, share sound. I'm sorry.
There
Share. Okay. Password. Wait. I don't know. Is that my password?
I don't know.
Oh no, I'm talking to myself. I'm sorry.
Oh, we're looking at it, so I don't know, but
Hold on.
it's over.
Can you hear now?
I can hear some now, so start it over and I can listen to it.
Okay.
Oh, I got it. I will sit out here. I'm not sure I have a voice thing on.
Okay. So basically in that video, she's just basically saying, I don't know if you can hear it loudly, but she has nothing to do and she's just gonna sit outside. Again, I didn't know. I have cameras, so by the time I woke up and realized she's outside, I just waited for a while before I opened the door. And then after a while, I calling.
Waiting on you.
I'm sorry.
How long did she sit outside waiting?
I have from what she told me she had been out there for an hour. I'm not sure exactly how long she had been out there, but I'll play the next
So
video.
you know what time she rang the doorbell and then what time you opened the door? How long had elapsed?
Between the time that she rang the doorbell and the time I opened the door, I would have to look at the videos. The videos are like in time, in like a order in which I downloaded them. So I would say maybe the time between then, I may say 7 minutes. But again, I don't know how long she had been outside prior. She gave me a time frame, but I'm not sure like exactly.
Just the next one.
I mean, oh my God, I tried, God. I try, Lord. But, you know, people cannot be normal. I try. God, maybe she's hurt. Maybe she's dead. Maybe she's not okay.
I'm not gonna play the whole video. I know we got a time frame,
Well, the
but
chunky
again,
trunk.
this is just her outside. By this time, once I wake up and realize that she's not gonna leave before I walk outside, I felt it was in my best interest to just call the police to be on the safe side for myself, because I had never experienced me telling someone I don't want to date them anymore, and then they pop up to my house and they call. It's just like, okay, we're not gonna date. That's fine. We say what we have to say and we go on our certain way. So I had called the police, and then I finally came outside. How
many times did she
had
ring
another
the
video
doorbell before you? How many times did she ring the doorbell before you went outside?
A lot of times. These are not all the videos. I didn't want to be here too long.
Yeah,
So.
no, I mean, about how many times did she actually come up and ring the doorbell before you went outside?
From what I know off the top of my head, maybe more than 10.
Okay.
That's enough for me.
And that's just me giving you an estimate, not verbatim.
She shared her screen. Because
again, I was asleep at first.
It's a long way towards victory right there.
I'm sorry. Oh, here's videos. This is when I finally came outside.
Okay.
Agreed. That is creepy.
Because I'll let them know that you beat me. And you know what else? I'll let them know that you beat me. So I should thank you. So please on me.
So at this time, she is telling me that the police is on the way, and she let them know that I beat her. And I'm like, okay, you got false accusations. That's fine. I never told her I called the police because I knew they was coming for me. So I was like, whoever police get here anyway, whoever get there first, get there first. So I didn't mind.
You try to fucking break into my goddamn car. I'm about to go to sleep right now. Why are you gonna go to sleep in your car, Alex? You know who just popped up, banging and people turning their lights and everything. Yeah. That's not cool. I'm waiting for you. I'm gonna wait for you to go to work. I'm not bringing you. I'll never touch you. But then you do all like these false accusations. You pop up the line with a gun. Get your hand. You think I'm super you like my phone and shit. You hit me. I can say my mother thing is good. I ain't worried about it. I ain't got no.
Agreed.
I ain't worried about it. I'm going to sleep now, okay? I'll be here in the morning. I'll be right there. When you go home. No, I'm not going home. I ain't going home. Nigga.
I love my chat.
No. Make me go home. I'm not going to go home. I don't want to go home.
It's my people.
I'm not. I'm going to sit right here, go to sleep, and then I'm going to follow you to work. For what? That's stalkers. Yeah. I don't need no stalkers. I have 3 or 4 more to go. You'll figure. You can be number 4. Okay, so. I guess so. That's not healthy. But it don't matter no more, do it. It doesn't matter, because I can't, this right here, I can't do. Yeah. But we ain't doing it anyway, so it don't matter. Okay, so go home. No. Okay. You know what?
So basically, a quick summary there. I'm telling her she's going to sleep in the car, and I'm telling her to go home. She's telling me she got 3 restraining orders already on her, so I can be number 4. And
Oh,
so
that's
forth.
not
I was
good.
like, oh, okay, this is different. And so this final video, like I said, I have a lot. I like to get to the point. I don't care about being long-winded. It's where the police actually came,
Okay.
and this is in the 6th.
Let me in the goddamn house. I'm trying to get her to go home. Huh? I'm trying to get her to go home. Who called? I called. You didn't call. I did. When? In the house when you was beating down the door. Girl, for you to open the door, you was asleep. No, sleep. You been, come on now, Alex. Don't do me like that.
Now at this point, she was like, "Yeah, for you to open the door because you sleep. If you've been outside for hours, so if you like that, make it make sense." So after that, on January, during that time, I asked for, like I said, I've never experienced nothing like this. I thought they put a criminal passport on her, but they didn't. I didn't find it out until January 11th. She had called a few times from different numbers and are sent text messages from different numbers. So, for instance, so these are all the different numbers. I didn't even know you can create this many numbers that she started to send messages from.
Okay, so hold on. Ask you a question. So these numbers and these messages, go ahead, you pull that back up.
Oh, I have two different ones. So let me
Some
get
people
both.
don't think this is dumb. So how do you know that those text messages are from her?
Oh, I got them in detail. She says her name in each time. So for instance,
Okay, that's what I
right
need.
here, she says it's Alex.
Okay, I got you.
And then
okay,
right here, hey, it's Alex. Can we please talk? So each time she is at least letting me know that it is her. And these messages range from December.
Share a screen and she makes sense.
Let me go back to the top so I can see. That's why I said I like to be quick. So December 6th, all the way up to 12/28 for the ones that I screenshotted.
Did you ever?
Then on January 11th.
Did you ever respond, Miss Linder?
No, I did. I respond right here on this one. It says right here, "Hey, Alex, it's very important." Let me look at my phone because I can tell you the date of my response. I think that one was on. Hold on, I gotta save it on my phone. Give me 1 second. That was on December 28th. She said, "Hey, it's Alex. Can you please call me? It's very important." Because she'll make everything seem like an emergency. And she know I am a caring person. Like even though I don't wish her no harm. I don't have no issues. I just want to be left alone. So I said, "Please, can you refrain from contact?"
I can read that.
Yeah. So basically, what I said.
Did she contact you after that?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me when she.
So January 11th is when she popped back up here.
That's December 11th. That's not January 11th.
No, this is January 11th because if you want to, that's the day that I called the police, Alex.
December 11th. I have the paper. Let me go get the paperwork. I'll be right back.
I mean, I'm sorry. You're right. December 11th.
Okay.
Henry, come back.
So, yeah. December 11th. You're right, Alex. My apologies. I told you.
Hold on. December 11th, they gave her.
So this is the paperwork. My apologies, Alex. Like I said, I don't have no issues. So December 11th.
Criminal trespass notice. Now, when did she contact you in January?
Oh, so now in January, she contacted me on what's P2474. Hold on, I got to find a picture. Okay. So this was this one. She asked, could we talk like two adults?
What date was that?
Now on the last time she contacted me, I'm sorry.
What is the date on this text? I can read it. You don't need to read
it.
No,
I'm not about to read that text. The date on that text was on January 12th.
Okay.
Now the last time she and I talked, because she had been calling, one time I answered because I thought she called from another that I thought was my cousin. I allowed her to talk. She said she wanted to get some stuff out her mind. I listened. And then the last time we actually did talk was she called on the 23rd, which I thought was somebody else. I had
that January 23rd?
Yeah, so the last time I actually talked to her was on January 23rd, and I did listen. We had a conversation. We both had a conversation to where she said she had been talking to a therapist and she wanted to
Agreed.
clear her mind and get everything off her chest.
Jasmine's
And
making
we
a
did
good
that.
case. It makes a lot of sense.
Conversation was well. We didn't finish. We re-picked it up, and I said, "Hey, all minds and hearts are clear. I let her know I don't have no issues with you, which I don't have. I just want it to be left alone. I've never experienced an issue where I've stopped dating someone and then they could even popped up or kept calling, etc." So she did apologize, etc. But it was just like, okay, the issue that came after the 23rd, and granted, like
Yeah, tell me. Just go ahead and tell me about it. You don't have to explain. Just tell me.
Oh, okay. So the issue that came after the 23rd that frustrated me, because after that I thought, okay, well, me and Alex are cool. That's fine. Is I got a phone call from a mutual person, and then on top of that, the individual that I'm dating, we was in the car, and she said, "Oh, someone's looking at my page. I don't know who this is." And I was like, "Oh, your page is public. People gonna look." But when she shut, I said, "Well, let me see." And it was Alex's profile. And I was like, okay. And then I just explained, like, hey, it's someone I dated. She's not looking at your page because of you. More than likely, she's just looking at the page because of me. I said, if she does look at your page, just let me know. If you feel like something, just tell me. So she was like, okay, cool. So she'll show me the every time she viewed something. And I was just like, I was talking to my
Miss Linda, tell me,
the only thing that came uncomfortable for me with that is
Miss Linda,
when I'm out.
Miss Linda, when else did she contact you? I understand she contacted.
No. I get that. So that's why I said I'm not adding that. I'm just saying the issue with that I had is when I'm out.
I understand.
I want to feel comfortable. That's it.
I get it. You don't have to explain the issue.
Yeah.
You have to contact somebody. I want to know when else did she.
Well, the last time Alex actually contacted me herself was January 23rd. I have not heard from Alex since the time frame of January 23rd. And I think I'm not sure. I believe we finished up the conversation that we did not finish on the 23rd. I think round into the morning of the 24th, but between the 23rd and 24th, I have not heard from Alex since then. And from that moment, I thought we were fine.
So, Miss Linda, you feel intimidated, harassed? Right?
I don't feel intimidated. I feel harassed. I'm not going to say that it's a different experience, but I do feel harassed.
What are you asking for?
I'm just asking for her to leave me alone.
I know, but
I don't. That's it.
Or are you asking for?
Yeah, I don't. And the thing is, I don't. With her emotional state at times, I want to feel comfortable enough that if I do go out in public, and I'm gonna put my stuff out there. She knows that if I go out in public, that if we run into each other, there is no issues.
Okay.
What do you want? That's it. My senior will not be here. What do you want?
No, I don't feel harassed. I don't feel intimidated. I feel harassed.
You either have an issue with her contacting you or you don't. How long?
I do have an issue with her contacting me.
Ms. Linda, let me finish my question. Let me finish. Listen, focus on my question. How long are you asking for this TPO to be put in place?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear your question. That's my fault. A year.
Okay. But you said you don't have a problem with her. What does that mean? You said you either feel harassed and you want her to leave you alone or you don't.
I feel harassed just because I feel harassed. I don't have a problem with anybody. Just because I feel harassed and want her to leave me alone don't mean that we're going to be kumbaya together. We're not.
No, I'm not.
I just want to be alone.
When people say they don't have a problem, it means something different legally when you're talking to me.
Oh,
so
see, I just
obviously no. Listen, obviously, if you feel harassed, you do have a problem because you want her to leave you alone, right?
Legally, then I will say I have a problem with her harassing me. I don't have a problem with her personally.
Let me hear from Ms. Henry. Go ahead, Ms. Henry.
Jesus.
Okay, so I don't know if y'all can see me because this stuff is still on the screen. Okay.
So I'm gonna stop sharing.
So everything that happened and transpired, like Jasmine said, that was on the 6th. So all of those videos, except for the last one on the 11th, that was like the night of the whole, I just say breakup just to make it quick. Like the whole stop dating breakup thing, whatever the case was. So yeah, I did reach out to Ms. Linder because I started feeling bad afterwards. I was like, dang, man, like I really like messed up. Just not even showing up at her house, just in general. Because I did treat her a little and talk to her a little crazy when we were dating. You know what I mean? Because I can have a little attitude. But long story short, I was just reaching out to Ms. Linder because I wanted my closure. And when she's saying, I never experienced nobody like that before, Ms. Linder knew what I had been through in my relationships. And I didn't even want to date Ms. Linder at first. Like it was, oh, well, you know, X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. We're going to run that short. But long story short, and I haven't reached out to Ms. Linda. We had our closure. She talked to me on the 23rd. She said what I said. You know, she said what she said. I said what I said, and that was that. She's saying that I'm looking on somebody's profile that she's dating. It's Instagram. It's open. And the girl blocked me and then unblocked me. Who does that? If you don't want me to see, keep it blocked. Why do you unblock me? You know, and I have a thing, an indicator on Instagram. The only reason I know to tell when I'm blocked. You know what I mean? Like it'll say when somebody unfollow me or someone block me, so I can automatically see it on my phone. You know, whatever the case is. So I haven't spoke or reached out to Ms. Linder in this will be week 7. No, going on week 8. Ms. Linder isn't hard to find. I mean, respectfully, I know where she goes to church. I know she get her hair. Like she's not hard to find. She hasn't seen me from the 11th when I was standing outside her door crying to right now where we're on this court case right now. And then on top of that, I don't even have the same number. So I've been changed my number for weeks now. So if I wanted to contact Ms. Linda, she doesn't even have this number blocked. So if it was that serious to me, you know, I would have been reached out or whatever the case is.
I mean, if you change your number since
Ms. Linda, stop.
No, I didn't say I changed it.
Stop, stop,
I changed it.
Stop arguing with one another. Ms. Linda,
Sorry.
stop talking. Go ahead, Ms. Linda.
Okay, I didn't say I changed it since the 23rd. I said I've changed it for a couple of weeks now. Because the last time I got served by the police was, I don't even know what day that was. Oh my God, they woke me up out in the middle of the night, woke me up out my sleep. But regardless, I've changed it since then, which was like 2.5 weeks ago. So like, I feel like I'm more embarrassed than anything that I even acted like that with Miss Linda, but she's dating somebody. I'm dating somebody. I'm dressed now because I'm actually going to go meet my somebody afterwards. Like, it's not even that serious. If she feels comfortable with it, hey, I just don't want it on my background because, again, I got a new job I'm doing. I got other stuff I got to do. But if that makes her feel happy,
Let
hey,
me tell you about it.
she don't have to see me. I don't care to see her. I don't have any bad blood with her. It is what it is. It's just a breakup.
So what are you saying?
What I'm saying is, if that what makes her happy, then I guess it's just what makes her happy. But I'm not contacting Ms. Linder or reaching out to Ms. Linder. I'm not a criminal. I have a good job. I have a career that I'm doing. Like, I don't do this. This is the first court anything. I don't even get traffic tickets. Okay. So with that being said, I don't operate like this. So, and I'm just confused because we just had that closure conversation on the 23rd. So,
If she wants this in place, give it to her.
you know, as long as it don't affect me, if that will make her feel happy, now if it affects me, no.
I can't do that, but what, I mean, you kept going out there. How long did you sit outside of her house?
I sat outside her house. I sat outside Miss Linder's house probably 45 minutes. And that was the first day. She hasn't seen me since then until when I knocked on her door. That was the December 6th. We stopped dating. I have text messages.
Tell me how long y'all had been dating. How long had y'all been dating?
It was 6 going on. I say 7 weeks. She say 6 weeks, but I say 6 weeks just for her. A week difference. It was 6 weeks.
So all that over 6 weeks?
Yeah, you know, lesbian, 6 weeks, like 6 months. We were together all day, every day. Like, I'm surprised she didn't charge me for paying rent as much as I was at her house. Like, all day, every day. So for her to throw that on me really just, it affected me, you know, but I would never hurt Jasmine. I never put my hands on her. Never.
I wasn't aware. I might have to clip that.
For anything. I care deeply about her health. She know that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. All that over 6 weeks. It's quite embarrassing, actually.
Okay, Ms. Linder, anything else?
No, nothing else.
You know, to Judge Manning. As if she's telling her something. Oh, good Lord. It's so delicious. All of it.
All right. I'll just put this in place for 6 months. Both of you put your email in the chat. Ms. Linder, you change your mind, you haven't heard from her, you want to dismiss it before then, just reach out to the court. Be in place for 6 months. Once y'all place your emails in the chat, you can go ahead and leave the meeting.
Okay.
Thank you both. All right.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Alexia Hill and Ronnie out.
I really did. I didn't know that the Lesbian Week's translation till now, but I've learned. We've
Yes, Your
learned.
Honor.
And what's up with
Y'all
mine?
both raise your right hands for me.